You don't know the whole story. You think you know exactly what happened, but you don't.
I know it wasn't just bad steel. I know that building did not come down by accident.
Just how do you know that?
It's in there, Neil.
I was going to take this with me and destroy it. But since you left it in the top drawer so I could find it, I bet it's not the only copy, is it?
I had so much fun. It was so dramatic turning that envelope over to my attorney to be opened only in the event of my death. No, Neil, it is not the only copy. But no one will see it as long as I'm among the living. That is a promise.
I thought I put it behind me. I finally stopped thinking about it every other second.
Why did you do it, Neil? Would they just tick you off, or what?
Don't you ever make light of it.
I'm sorry.
You just don't understand what happened. My wife changed. It got so that touching her was like touching something dead. And her children, they were evil, greedy things that thought they deserved everything that was heaped upon them. They never worked for one penny they had. Everything was given to them, but that didn't keep them from stepping on anybody they wanted to just to get more. And they sneered at things they didn't even understand. But that's the least of it. Her old man, her father, he was a piece of work. He made the rest of them look like saints. He had money. Big money. Money, you wouldn't believe how much money he had. And he just wanted to use it like a weapon. He just loved to see people crawl and beg. That's all he wanted to do. And they weren't easy targets either. No, he wanted to control the best and the brightest. But I thought that I was using them. I realized too late that they had done something to me that I couldn't change. All I wanted was the building. And they gave it to me. But then they stripped it of everything that made it mine, that made it beautiful. It was a living thing, an organism, and they murdered it. They turned it into a mausoleum. So I thought, okay, they can become the permanent residents. But I might as well have joined them, because I was dead too. They had killed me, just like they killed my building, and just like I killed them. I was dead inside. But then I met Beth.
Yes, we're sure. Al Michael, we're sure it's our baby. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
You happy?
Yes. He was great. I'm glad I called him. Thank you.
You know, I don't mean to be a nag, but you didn't tell him not to tell Blake.
Oh, it's okay. He's got no reason to tell Blake.
Yeah, I guess I'm just being paranoid.
God, this was strange. Boy, talking to my family about something happy. I don't know if I can handle this. It's a whole new adjustment.
Why don't you call Alexander? Maybe this would help to smooth things over.
I don't know how. It's not going to change the fact that she's married to that. Nope. I'm not going to do it. I am not going to spend tonight thinking about that junk. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a bullhorn, and I'm going to go up on the roof, and I'm going to announce to the world that Beth Raines, the most beautiful girl in the world, is having my baby. So...
No, I think that's a great idea, really, but I want to tell you something first.
You do?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's just that the way you were when you thought this was Neil's baby, and how you were so patient and tried to include him in everything. I think you're one of the best people I've ever met, and I didn't know it was possible for me to love you more than I already did, but I do. Phillip?
What?
Aren't you gonna cry or something?
What?
Well, you've just been crying all night, and I tell you one of the nicest things I've ever said to you, and
I'm sorry.
you look like you're doing a math problem.
I was. When did Sedgwick say the baby was due?
Around the middle of November.
Do you realize? This must have been the first time out of the gate.
Phillip!
It must have been. It must have been the first time.
Here I am. I'm telling you how sensitive you are, and you come out with one of the rudest things
That
I
is
have ever
unbelievable. I would say this kid was meant to be. How about that?
You are conceited.
Nice work, huh?
And arrogant.
Yeah, but I'm right.
You're right.
Yeah.
It was meant to be.
Whoa.
So this is gorgeous girl. She's sitting there. She's looking like some more, you know, right?
Yeah.
And we're listening to Charlie Parker Plays with Strings. So I'm thinking, well, God, this is it. This is heaven. You know? Beautiful woman, sipping great champagne. You know, I'm looking into these gorgeous eyes, right? And she says to me, she says, Ham, please, would you put on some music with words? I was like, my God, well, I knew then it wasn't going to work out, you know what I'm saying? Go plan B, you know? Z, you got it? Oh, look, I'm sorry. I'm keeping you guys up for a while. You look kind of sleepy, man.
Oh, well, I am a little bit.
Good.
Actually, I am.
Get some rest.
That was a good story. What is it? What kind of pills are those?
None of your business.
You have a heart problem, don't you?
Will you forget about the pills and forget about my heart? I want you to draw up that will and leave everything to Billy Lewis. Never mind about what that jazzy musician says. I've got something to leave. The Spaulding Towers.
What?
My grandfather had a little bit of land nobody wanted, or so it seemed. Then one day, Mrs. Alexandra Spaulding's grandfather comes by and offers a huge amount of $500. He had the papers drawn up, too, because he knew anybody living down on 5th Street would take it. But my grandfather didn't, because he knew if any Spaulding had anything worth holding on to, it was worth holding on to. So he leased it to him for 99 years. He knew that when that lease was up, he'd leave his grandchildren sitting pretty. Well, I'm his grandchild. The lease is up this year. I know I'm, not too long, so I want to give it to somebody who'll do the right thing.
You own that land? Does Spaulding know this?
No, of course he don't know it. I think he'd build his tower on my land. Listen, back in 44 when City Hall burned down, old Brandon thought the problem was over. But my grandfather took careful care of that lease, and so did I.
But you're rich. And they'll pay the earth and sky for that land now.
I don't need the money. I'm not going to live long enough to enjoy it, but I'm going to enjoy knowing that Billy Lewis will have Roger Thorpe over the barrel. I'm going to enjoy that. You know, I'm too old to do anything about it now. Anyway, I finally met a good man. Billy Lewis.
I could kill you, Billy. You can't run my life.
Hey, look, I'm not running your life.
Hell, you're not.
Look, dipstick, you're about 2 seconds ahead of the cops. You crossed the state line with Sam, and it's back to jail for
Yeah,
you.
you're lying, man. There's no cops
All
after
right,
me.
I'm lying.
I'll drive right over him next time.
It's a little trick your mother taught me.